Okay, this video lesson is our part 3 or our last part of factoring trinomials when a is not equal to 1. This will be level 3. All right, so we're going to jump right into an example. So this example says 4x squared minus 17x plus 4. Again, the first thing we do is the x game. All right, we're going to multiply a times c. So we're multiplying 4 times 4, which is 16. Let me just go and write that up here. We're multiplying 4 times 4, okay? So our top number is 16, and we're looking for the factors of 16 whose sum is negative 17, okay? Whose sum is negative 17. All right, so what two numbers can we multiply to get 16 and whose sum is negative 17? Well, we need to know the factors of 16 first. We have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. Well, the only set of these factors that can equal 17 is going to be 1 and 16. Now, if we need them to add up to be negative 17 and multiply to be positive 16, that means they're both going to have to be negative, okay? So we're going to use negative 16 and negative 1. Negative 16 and negative 1, okay? All right, so because we're working with examples where a is greater than 1, we have to create a box and use the reverse box method. Then we can start by filling in our box. Remember that this first upper left-hand corner is the ax squared, which is 4x squared, so 4x squared. And then this bottom right-hand section is the c, which is plus 4. So I'm going to write plus 4. All right, now, then we take our factors that we came up with, negative 16 and negative 1, and we fill those in the rest of the box using the x. So I'm going to put negative 16x here and negative 1x here. Now, I want you to notice that both of these are negative and positive, and these are negative and positive. However, the two x's are both negative, okay? So I'll explain why I point that out in a second, but here we go. Let's start by finding our greatest common factors of our rows, okay? So we'll start with the top one. We have a negative 16x and a positive 4x squared, okay? So obviously we can take out the x, but also 4 and 16, 4 goes into 16, so 4 is the greatest common factor. So we can take out a 4 and take out the x, okay, of that row. Now this row, 4 and negative x. Okay, there's not a greatest common factor here, so we're taking out the 1, okay? Now this is tricky. This one's positive and this one's negative, so normally we could only take out, we would only take out a positive. However, in this little game that we're playing here with the negative 16 and the negative 1, because both of those are negative and the c is positive, then we have to take out the negative. So that's going to be 4x minus 1, okay? And again, that's because these two are negative, all right? Okay, now let's look at our columns, okay? We have a 4 and a negative 16x. Well, they don't have x in common, but they do have the 4 and the 16, and 4 goes into 16, so we're taking out the 4, all right? But this is the same. Even though this is positive and this is negative, and normally we could only take out the positive, because these two are negative, we have to make this a negative 4. It's a negative 4, okay? Now here where we have a negative x and a 4x squared, the only thing common that we can take out is the x, and we are going to take out the positive x, okay? Because remember, if we multiply 4x times x, we want that to be positive 4x squared, so that it has to be a positive. If we need this to be a negative 16x, then 4 times negative 4 gives us negative 16x, okay? I know I'm saying a lot, but now that we have taken out these greatest common factors, we have our answer, and our answer is 4x minus 1 and x minus 4. X minus 4. And we multiply those two together. If you were to multiply those two, you would fill in this exact box, combine these like terms, and get this trinomial. All right, that's our last one using the reverse box method.